be sleeping up there.
It is day 102. So our initial plan was to do 4 days from Dalton, Massachusetts to Great Barrington, Massachusetts with 12-mile-a-day intervals. But now we have some difficult decisions to make because the weather has turned.
Yeah, I just looked at it and we put in 12 miles, and today's supposed to be 12 miles, but tomorrow would be another 12-mile day in heavy rains it's calling for. And then the next day, even more rain. Temperatures aren't too bad for those 2 days, and then the third day, rainy and in near freezing temperatures. It's gonna be like a high of 43 or something, and the low goes down to near freezing. So we don't want to be soaking wet on that day, going into some freezing temps. So we don't know. We're gonna figure it out as we go here, but definitely a little change of plans. We'll see what we do.
We just stopped to take off our thermals because we were getting way too hot. And I decided to finally duct tape my shoe. It was falling apart and I'm going to order a new one today. It's a pretty nifty new trick. What do you think, Mike?
That's cool. But I mean, yeah. And another little road crossing. That way to the village. First village sign I've ever seen. Looks like we've got a cool little walkway here. They got some grippy chain material right there. Whoa, look how twisty, curvy this is. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a biking trail. We have some of them on the 6 Mile trail that we go biking at. It's got like the little curves around the banks and stuff. Wow, opening up to a little view. Look at the mountains in the background. And a cool little swamp here, pretty deep. You can see underwater right there. Maybe 5 feet deep. Beautiful day here before these rainy days coming. Wow, it's been a little while since we've seen such a crystal clear waterfall like this. Beautiful. Just wandering along the AT here, as you can clearly see from the mark right here. And
I am thoroughly confused because there's barbed wire in my way.
you literally have to step up and over barbed wire, holding onto a pole, and try not to cut your pants up. I mean, lawsuit much?
I wonder how old this barbed wire is to see if there's any reason to keep it here.
I'm a stunt man. You better be able to get over barbed wire without tripping. Right into this amazing open sloped field. I feel like I'm leaning way to the left while trying to walk this path. Nice little house out there. Amazing looking bare trees up there with the nice blue skies behind. It's so nice today. As soon as we came out of the woods, it's been a whole lot of this. Looks like we are once again going over a barbed wire fence. This time it's got a little ladder set up, a little safer. I think we know why now. There is a lot of this in this field. Either cows or horses definitely graze in this field. Don't see any right now. That would have been cool if they were here while we were walking through, but it's funny that the AT passes right through this. Walking down the road, we just passed the other AT side that we're going to continue on, but we see this trail stand and a nice little picnic table. I think we're going to eat a lunch right here. It's got an outlet. We could charge things while we eat. Wi-Fi. We got things here that you can purchase. A little self-serve station. Amazing. This is really, really cool. Look at this, we got all of our stuff charging. We used some Wi-Fi to try to upload some stuff to YouTube for you guys. And now, enjoying a nice hot tea. We're just sharing this. We filled this thing up 24 ounces. And it's just warming us up from this nice chill in the air right now on this autumn day. So nice. Thank you to this amazing trail angel. Well, this was the amazing spot we were going to stop for lunch. Look at this view. Little picnic table here. But when we saw that little trail stand, we couldn't resist. We were hungry. We got to charge everything. That was a lovely stop that we did, but gorgeous view. Well, look at that. We've got a summit vista. Oh, cool. It's got a bench. A little picnic table a little bit back there. Now a bench. Check that out. Nice farm fields. There's a little cemetery down there. Beautiful farm pastures. Wow. See all the yellows, the reds, the greens. What a spot. And it's kind of protected by the wind right here. We were actually fighting the wind while we were munching. We were making our tea and the flame wanted to go out. I was trying to surround it. This is really, really nice right here. This has been just a day of fields and fences and pastures. Cool change of environment. Wow, check that out. Dual prop helicopter military. That's really cool. You know what else is cool though? I'm pretty sure I might spot another porcupine over here. I'm gonna creep closer and see what that is. Pretty sure that is another porcupine up in a tree. I can't really get better footage of him. He seems to be sleeping up there. But you can see all the fur on him. He's just balled up. Oh, we're gonna let him sleep though. Definitely another porcupine, and he's way up in this tree. Crazy. Look at that. All the way up in that tree. Look how big. Yeah, they really get up there. Coming up to a little gravel road here. What do we have right here? Bees? Free? Don't mind if I do. One far out, I saw lots of comments saying, watch out for the beehive, hornet's nest. Didn't know where exactly, but this is pretty clear. Yep. Not gonna unleash that rock. I mean, it's getting cold now. I don't know if they're still in there. Been steadily climbing up pretty steep slopes of a mountain. And now we got a whole lot of boulders to get up. Well, sunset is creeping here. I think it just set. Still a little light in to get in this little bit. We have about 1.8 to go to get in the 12 miles for today. We are sticking to the 12, 12, 12, 12 through this stretch, meaning we're gonna have 12 miles tomorrow.
Yeah, so the rain forecast actually is predicting more rain tomorrow, but we're still going to hike it just to get into town and, you know, put in our miles. But we enjoyed this beautiful sunny day we had today, so we're happy about that. And for now, we're just gonna bid you guys good night.
Yep, we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Not sure how much footage we'll get tomorrow with all the rains, but we'll try. Good morning, it's day 103, and my hair doesn't even know what to do anymore. It's getting too long.
It started to rain, and so we probably won't have a lot of footage today because we're just going to start sprinting. We have a 3-hour window of where it might stop in the middle of the day, so we're just going to try to get into town as fast as we can.
Well, we've got a quick little clearing here. Could be minutes, could be an hour, I'm not sure. Figured I'd break out the phone because we got to a little viewpoint here, which is nice on these little rock slabs. Last night was crazy.
Yeah, as we were approaching the shelter, we were hearing different kinds of yelling, and it sounded like different people were having arguments with each other, so we were, you know, approaching the shelter kind of worried, like, okay, so there's gonna be a lot of people at the shelter, but they seem angry for some reason, which is strange because we've never encountered fighting or arguments within hikers on the trail.
Yeah, it was crazy. There was also dogs barking. So we're like, okay, there's people, there's dogs here. We were expecting to have a shelter to ourselves for the night. I was like, all right, let's get down there. We need a shelter. It was nighttime. We had already been hiking about an hour in the dark. And so we approach it. We get to the shelter and we look in, and there's just one guy in the shelter. And he's just kind of walking around in there. His stuff's kind of scattered around. And I'm like, oh, hi. No response.
I was right behind Mike, so as I entered the shelter, I also say hi. He also, I guess, was ignoring us.
No response
Or
whatsoever.
he didn't hear us? I don't know.
So then, I just kind of put my bag down for a second. I was hanging up my water bottle, and I'm like, all right, let me try again. So I turn to the guy. I'm like, hey, have you seen or heard dogs around here? And he's just like, yep, there's dogs. Just like that. And we were like, this is bizarre.
I don't know, because there wasn't any dogs around. It didn't sound like there was dogs anymore.
Yeah, at that point,
like all the arguments and all the dog noises were gone.
Yeah, so we were like, what's going on here? We're like, all right, let's pack our stuff up and go find another spot.
So I started looking for a map first. So we started searching the area to see if there's any tent sites. And that's when we're looking for different tent sites, we actually start hearing arguments again from the shelter.
Yep.
So
he started going off. He was screaming, yelling, like, no, you can't take it, that's hers. And there was nobody else there, so he was having this arguing and stuff with himself down there. Then we started hearing banging on walls.
So that's when we noticed it was just him causing all the commotion, so we ran down, grabbed our stuff, and settled.
Yeah, we went as far up the trail as we could to pitch our tent on a tent site that we could find. Not too far away, though, but it was nighttime, it was dark. We didn't know where else we could find in the dark a spot in the woods. So we pitched our tent, and everything was going all right for a little bit. And then...
and then we just, we hear footsteps coming towards our tent, which was, of course, worrying again, because we just don't know this guy. We've never seen him before. He seemed like a hiker, but he was acting strange.
Yeah.
Assuming he was on drugs, and when someone's on drugs, they could become a different person.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know if it was drugs or just, split personality or anything. But I also heard of people recently escaping from, prisons and things around, the area within the few states here. And so, it's worrying out here. And then all of a sudden, he's sitting there banging on a bottle as he's walking by, like drumming and stuff. So we were just like kind of up and a little bit paranoid for the night. Like, what is this guy up to? But got through the night. We were awake. We're good. We're moving. And didn't really hear too much after that. But definitely our first weird experience from any shelters out here.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the night he was also banging on the walls of the shelters and also yelling himself. So it was worrying throughout the night, but we're good. So.
Yeah, we got this day going. We're happy we got up nice and early to get out and just get out of there. But yep, I don't know how much other footage we'll get, so just had to share that little story because that was definitely a first for us on the trail.
Yeah, so it's definitely could randomly be unsafe on trail sometimes. So that's when we both have a knife, which was really made us feel safer. So at least carry something with you in case you might just pop up next to someone randomly, even though the trail has been safe this entire time. That felt unsafe.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you guys in town. Breaking out the phone one more time for this amazing little jut out here to this pond. Yeah, a lot of ducks out on the pond. You can see all these lily pads, tiny lily pads. A little bit of rain hitting the pond right now.
Walking along the trail, what do we see? Oreo brown and black cows.
We're maybe like 20 feet away, 25 feet.
There's a fence, a little tiny wire fence here blocking us.
Yeah, that's so weird.
And
Tiniest thing.
we are safe apparently. They're not gonna do anything. They're still docile. Unless they charge you.
Oh, the one's got some horns there.
Yeah, that's why I zoomed in.
Yeah. Oh, a couple of them, yeah.
Yep. Little bulls.
They all have horns.
Okay, they all have horns. I thought it was just this guy, but nope, all of them. That's cool. They're just chilling together.
It's a very horny bunch. Hello. So, last we saw you guys, we were at a pond in the middle of the woods.
Pouring rain.
In the pouring rain. And now we're here in a beautiful little cabin in somebody's private backwoods. How did we get here?